Hey guys, I am the math professor Kyle Martin, and in this video we're going to solve for literal equations. Okay, literal equations are typically, they have a lot of different variables that mean actual things. For example, you've probably seen this one before: A equals LW, or area equals length times width, or maybe force equals mass times acceleration. Okay, these have real applications, usually in like physics, or this one involves temperature with Fahrenheit and Celsius, a conversion there. But anyway, we can switch around the letters to help us solve for the variable that we need when we do those types of problems. So let's try this. This first one says A equals BCD. Just says solve for C. So in this one, I'm trying to get the C isolated. And right now it's B times C times D. So what I can do is divide by B and D on both sides. And what that's going to do for me is cancel the B's and the D's on the right side. And on the left side, I have to leave this as A over BD. And then equals, the only thing that's not crossed out on the right side now is C, which is good because that's what I want. And this is how you'd write your answer. Okay, so there's not a whole lot of numbers in these problems, but you can see we got the letter isolated that we wanted, so we're done. All right, number 2. V equals 1/3 LW. We're solving for W here. Okay, so this is very similar to the last one. We have 1/3 times L times W. So what I need to do in this problem, I'm going to do this a couple different, well, you could do it a couple different ways. The way I'm going to do this one is I'm actually going to say that this is V equals, if I put the L and the W over 1, then on the top of this fraction, 1 times L times W is just LW. And on the bottom, 3 times 1 times 1 is 3. So I'm first going to multiply both sides by 3 to get rid of that 3. And that will give me 3V equals LW. And since I need the EW by itself, I'll divide by L now. And so 3V over L equals W. That would be the answer. Okay, there's probably a few other ways you can move that 1/3 around. I think that's probably the easiest. Number 3, solve for P in this case. We have M equals N minus P. Whenever you have a negative letter that you're trying to solve for, this works with normal equations as well. I like to move that over and make it positive. So here I'm going to add P to both sides. That gives me M plus P equals N. And then when I subtract the M to the other side, what this does for me is it gives me a positive P that's isolated. Okay, we're solving for positive P, not negative P. So P equals, and now you have to be a little bit careful with how you write the other side. The positive one goes first, and then negative M or minus M after that. So P equals N minus M. What about up here? Here we have A equals LW, area equals length times width, solving for L. Okay, so this would be useful if you were given the area and given the width and you need to find the L. We could isolate that and solve. Okay, in this case though, it's just being multiplied, so I'm going to divide both sides by W, and A divided by W equals L. Since the L is isolated, that's it. Number 5, F equals MA. Force equals mass times acceleration. Solve for A. Let's divide by the M to get the A by itself. And force divided by mass equals the acceleration. Acceleration is isolated, so we're done. Number 6, last one here. This is a conversion for Fahrenheit and Celsius. We're trying to get the C by itself. Here this 9/5 is being multiplied by C. So let's move the 32 over first by subtracting it. That cancels, and we get F minus 32 equals 9/5 C. And so we still have a 9/5 with our C. To undo this, we can actually do it in one step. And the way we can do it is multiply by what's called the reciprocal. All right, which multiplied times 5/9. Multiply times 5/9. Okay, what that'll do on the right side is the 5s will cancel and the 9s will cancel, leaving me with just C, which is what I want. And then I'm multiplying this entire other side by 5/9. So I actually have to write that just like it looks. 5/9 times the quantity F minus 32 equals C. So we are done.